So this week I started working on chapter 4 problems. Difficult going because I want to make sure that I understand how continuity and differentiability play out, and I know for a fact that it's going to be really important when I get to integrability, which I've been reading for. Started working out on chapter 4 problems. It's going okay, but it's been, I'm trying to get a couple of problems right, and in doing so I've had to really take my time, which it happens. Now of course I know that I am in the self-teaching phase, and I know that when I take the course, if I do, which I plan to, it'll all get ironed out, so I'm not too worried about not getting everything perfectly right or really well. But there are some concepts that I feel I have to get, just as I did for number theory. I taught myself some of the key concepts before I started the class, and I definitely want to do that for real analysis. So yeah, section 4.1 problems, I finished the ones that I wanted to do today. So actually I'm going to start working on section 4.2. Then for the reading, I'm almost done with chapter 5. It's been a long go. I was looking in my, because I log when I complete each section, and yeah, I've been at it for almost 2 weeks, just reading chapter 5. And I will start chapter 6, but I'll go slower because I want to do a lot of chapter 5 problems and chapter 4 problems. So yeah, this is all the reading for chapter 5 that I've done, and I'll show it in detail once it's ready to be added. And it'll go in a new notebook because this notebook already is pretty full. So in this case, I have finished up to section 5.5 reading. I'm going through 5.6, that'll end chapter 5. Then of course down here I am working my way through chapter 5. So once that's done, this whole column of reading would have been done. Did a few more problems, started on chapter 4. So yeah, and then I think I've already shown yeah, that's why I did that. I put a little marker just so I wouldn't like overlap too much. There we go. So yeah, last time I was working through section 3.3 problems. I did some more, worked on some more of these problems, and took notes out of some handouts as well. Handouts on delta, figuring out what the correct delta is, the whole business between continuity and uniform continuity. These are the handouts that I took notes from. And then after that, I kept on working on more problems. Yeah. Lots of fun working through continuity problems, continuity proofs. Yeah. Not so trivial to figure out. Then of course all the chapter 4 reading, I had already shown that I had these, but I didn't put them in the notebook. Just all of chapter 4. Of course this notebook is already, that's why I keep doing this, because this notebook is already pretty full. It's telling me that it's time to start a new notebook. Yeah, chapter 4 was very interesting, the mean value theorem, which of course gets used a lot. The L'Hopital's rule. This is where I went. I made that video of going through all the books. I started reading this, and I was like, interesting. I sort of get it, but I want to start from Thomas and Finney. And I did do my little deep dive. Went back to Thomas and Finney. Then I went into Rudin, or Rudin? Yeah, to Rudin. Rudin, I think is how people say it. Rudin. It sounds like Rodin, the French sculptor. So I always want to say Rudin. But anyways, Rudin. Yeah, so I went through Rudin, and the proof in Wade and the one in Rudin are very similar, except Rudin's is a little more terse, poetic as always, and the variables, Rudin does not use indices for sequences. Other than that, they're pretty much the same proof. Kept on reading chapter 4. And then I've started working on chapter 4 problems. And of course, I'm eventually going to look in the back for the answers and go through and grade them all. But I'm waiting until I finish the first round of chapter 5 problems to then go and attempt all the other problems that I didn't attempt, and then look in the back and then take it from there. But I want to, on purpose, not look at in the back, because once you look at the answer for a problem in the back of the book, all the fun is over, and I don't like that. So ChatGPT was back online, so I started asking it questions and trying to figure things with ChatGPT. That's gone pretty well. Lipschitz continuity is something that is not in this book. It is in B and S, Bartle and Sherbert. Yeah, Bartle and Sherbert has it. So I read a little bit in Bartle and Sherbert about Lipschitz continuity, and then I continue to work on problems. Used ChatGPT again, took some notes from some of the answers. I'll make a video for differentiation or two, because I know that I'm going to take my royal time with chapters 4 and 5. And I will spend a lot of time on the problems. So that's my update.